Hi everyone, it's Leanne from Rivo Creations. How you going today? I'm in the process of making some envelope pockets, but I thought I'd show you this first. This is a printable, and it's from Gail Aganelis. I can't pronounce her last name. Gail Agostinelli, that's it. She's on YouTube. This is her Etsy store, and she has some printables. And I thought that I'd print them out. I can't remember how much the price was in Australian dollars. It might have been $3 something, $3.40 or something. Don't quote me on it though. But they're the printables from her store, Etsy store, Gail Agostinelli. That's it. And I've cut some out, and I might use them in my project now. And all I wanted to do to show you is an envelope. Here's an envelope. Now these are very small envelopes. I'll just get my ruler. There it is. I put it in inches and centimeters because in inches it's 3.5. It's a very small envelope by 5 3/4. And it's in centimeters. It is 9 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. And what I like about these small envelopes is they come with different colors. This one has a linen look, a brown linen look. And all I'm going to do today is to undo the entire envelope carefully, but I'm going to open it up as best I can. Don't matter too much if it gets a bit thin on some areas. The aim is to open the entire envelope. Now I can see I've got a couple of things just stuck there, so I'm just going to give it a clip. And I'm going to open up these side bits gently. And this is a little bit thin on top, but that's okay. So there's the envelope. It's opened up. And all I'm going to do now is put the inside on the outside. So make up the envelope on the inside. And when you get to there, let's glue that together down. So put that one in first, aside, and then we will put that down as well. Now as you can see, it's got the two ends here, the pockets. Leave one that's firmer, and glue down the other one that's maybe a little weaker. Someone's here. I just have to go. Sorry about that. My son came home with my double bed. I bought a double bed for myself, and he brought it home, so I just had to see if he was alright lifting it on and off. Okay, so we get to there, and you can see that this is brown, the interior is brown of the envelope, and all we're going to do is glue one down, one pocket end down. So I'm going to glue it very well, and then we'll stick it down like that. Okay, I'm just going to turn on my sewing machine. Okay, so we've got that. So we're going to use this as a pocket, the inside. So you've already got a background, and that's a nice linen look, a brown linen look. This one here is a blue coloured envelope, internal envelope, and it's a beautiful blue. It's a really pretty colour. So I've got some browns left, and I've got a lot of blues. So I thought I'd use the browns, maybe one of the blue ones. So we're going to use this as a pocket for a journal, and I'll just show you the ones I've already made. Now I've made this one. Here's the pocket here, and I've machine sewed all the pieces together, and then I glued that on, and I've put a word down there, adorable. That's a bit bigger, I feel, so I'm using smaller ones, but that's, and then I've strengthened that by machine sewing a piece of the same printable behind it, and that is a printable as well. Now I think they're from Roxy Creations, and that's her ephemera, those pieces. Not that, I think that is Tsunami Rose's printables, her words. So that's the first pocket. This is another pocket that I did. Same printable from Roxy. And there's a smaller card, as you can see. That one says beautiful. I machine sewed over it, and I shouldn't have. And then I've reinforced the envelope top by just adding a piece to it. So that's another one. And then this is another one. Yet again, I've used lemon cotton on this one, and it's very elegant. It's got printables from Roxy Creations again. I've strengthened the top, and a beautiful piece of doily there from her printables. So that's 3 that I did. I'll just put them down, out of the way. That was another one I did in another video, using the same envelope. This one's brown inside too. It's got a beautiful linen brown colour, and all I've done is cut the side off and decorated that with some pieces of scrap, and I put a word on it as well. Right, so I thought today I would just do a few, just to show you how I was doing them. Right, this one here I haven't changed yet, so we'll use this one that we just did. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how this will fit on it. First of all, I'm going to give it some bottom piece and a top piece like that, and I think that's pretty good. I'm just going to cut it now so I don't have to cut it at the end, and the reason being I want that done that way is so when I sew it I have string attached to it still, or as we call it, the thread left on it. I want to keep that. I think it's an added thing to it, and as you can see this fits perfect now. So I've got a piece of text on the bottom, I've got some vintage paper on top, and I'm going to put this wine label from Roxy Creations. I'm not sure which way's up. Let me see. I need my glasses on. Let me just see. I think it's that way. And as you can see, my machine's cut out part of it, and left the other part and went around it, as you can see. But that's okay, I like it. I think it adds something to it. Now I'm going to put that right across the middle where that page and that page joins in the middle. And that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to use this little peg to hold it together while I machine sew it. But before I do that, I also want to reinforce the top. Now that's not long enough, so I'm going to have to get a piece that will reinforce the entire top. I'm not too sure about that. Let's see if we can get something a little bit longer. Not that either. Don't think it's too much there. Let's have a look over here. Right, I've got some vintage paper here, and I think I will just cut a piece off. We'll rip a piece off like that, and I don't mind what it looks like. Let's do it this way. Let's just get rid of some of these white bits. And let's see what this looks like this way. No, it has to be this way. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just move them out of the way. All I'm going to do is machine sew this on and strengthen the pocket at the top. I have to have another look at it. I can't see it. Right there. Okay, that's it. Okay. Right, I'm using lemon cotton, and I'm using a zigzag stitch like that, and it's a bit wobbly. I wonder why. I am going to cut off the excess. I don't think we need it. So that's pretty good. So now let's just do our plate that with our placements. Let's just do 2 zigzag stitches right across there. Leave about an inch on the string or the thread like that, and let's just do one more across the bottom to attach it. There we go. And we can take that off now. And there is our front cover for our envelope. There we go. So we're going to stick it on our bag now, our pocket. And I'm going to glue that down, and it is going to look like that. So let's just move that back. Now I'm going to use some double-sided tape because I want it sitting flat, the edges and all that. So let's just put some double-sided tape on here. I'm going to put 4, 1 on the edge each, and 2 in the middle, because I want it to sit pretty flat. There we go. So let's just take our backing off. That one's difficult. Got it. And that one. Right, now we're going to lay it down. And I have to put my head down to have a good look at what I'm doing. So please excuse me. I have a good look. I have to move it a little bit. I'm going to start at the top, and the reason being is it keeps moving to one side, so I'll do it at the top. There we go. I'm going to get my roller, because I like to roll it flat. There we go. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. And that's our pocket. And we can I'm just going to cut around that a little bit. It's poking out. I want the pocket shape. There we go. It's not too bad. Yep, it's good. So that's what our pocket's looking like for our journal. Like that. So it's looking pretty good. But let's just put a word on it. This one's impressive. And I'm going to just give that a machine sew. And the reason being is I want it to look like I'm machine sewed that on. But in actual fact, I didn't. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a machine sew. Like that. Okay, I'm just going to cut a little piece of the white off, and I'm also going to try and, maybe I should have done that first, but I can still do it this way as well. I'm just going to edge it a tiny bit. Now that thread is a beautiful lemon colour, and it's quite pretty. There we go. Right, so I'm going to now glue that down there, but I'm not going to glue it. I am going to use double-sided tape again because I want it to sit very flat and sticky. And double-sided tape's pretty good for that. Right, there we go. Let's put our word down where we want it. Right there. There we go. So as you can see, we have all our threads left on. We have our pocket for our journal, and that's a beautiful wine label from Roxy Creations. Oh, the fan's making everything fall off my table. It's blowing it away. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Right, let's get back to this blue one. Now this blue one here, envelope, needs to have something there to, bit of a scratch, to make sure that it's got some firmness. I might use that, I'm not sure. Probably not. Let's use these stamps. Let's see if I can put these stamps down. No, I think I'll use it that way. Now I can cut off the rest. I'm just going to get a clip. Here's one. I'm going to clip that down where I want it. Mainly to the side. I want it on that line to give it strength. And that's pretty good. Right, let's go. Just got a piece of cotton stuck there, I'm just going to get it out. Oh dear, I'm not sure what that is. Probably the cotton from the needle, I'd say. So I'm just going to lift it up. And I've pulled it. Okay. Back down again. Let's go. There we go. Right, we've sewed that on, and I'm just going to trim it up. Just so it looks like more of a pocket opening rather than just random paper. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. There we go. So these are pockets reinforced at the top. Now let's just make the rest of it. Right, I have a reed here, and I thought that that would look good on the blue, and it does with the brown. And I'm going to stick it about there. So it's all about even Steven round the trim. Frame a bit like that. It's not too bad. And I was thinking about using this for the top to reinforce the opening there. And I think that looks pretty good. But I also was going to use Gail's ribbon. I was thinking about putting that on one side like that. I think that would look pretty good, and I don't mind the blue there showing. So let's just get this going. I'm going to go down a little bit further. I'll just have the sides even, not the bottom. But I'll leave a little bit. So we need that more over here and here. Maybe a bit higher. out there. Right, that's not too bad. I might just flip that like that. So, sewing machine again. Let's zigzag that over to the edge. Do that twice. Once at the top, once just here, just there at the end of this brown paper. Okay. Oh, why am I so wobbly? Must be the angle. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's get our pocket again. Now, that is going to fit quite nicely there. Where's our ribbon? I'm going to put that down there. This way. And let me just get it perfectly set. There we go. Let's just machine sew that once down, starting from there. Alright, I'm going to have to go back. I'm missing my foot. Keeps moving. There you go. Okay. And there we go. Now, why didn't that sew down? Ah, I see. Okay, we're going to have to glue that. So, let's just see. I'll just glue it with a stick. Because it's, oh dear, it's half off the side bit there. Okay, there's not much glue left in that either. I chucked all mine out today. I had about 10. And I've let them go real dry and real hard. Which is a shame because I needed some. Okay, there we go. So there we go, we've got our ribbon down the side, and now all we have to do is stick that on our card, our pocket I should say, and it will sit quite nicely. Dogs are barking, the neighbours must be outside. I'll put one more. And I need a bit of glue there. I'll probably use glue. Okay, so I've got our double-sided tape down. Let's pull the backing off it. see if I can get it from this end, and I can. Okay, pull your strands out. Let's see if we can get this pretty even. And we can. And get my roller. And there we go. And I really like the fact that you can see that blue right there as well. It adds to it. And that's why I've turned them inside out, so that they can have an added background colour to them. Okay, this needs a word. And I'm going to put elegant. I'm not going to machine sew it this time because and I'm not going to put double-sided tape. I'm just going to see what this looks like with just the glue stick. There we go. So there we have our. That's a bit straggy, that one. I'm going to cut it. Make it more even, and it'll look very nice. Okay, is that straight? Yes, it is. There we go. So that's another pocket we've done. Now I've done a few pockets. I'm making some journals this year for some young ladies. If I say their name, they'll know. So I'm not telling them. So we've got these pockets to go in them. We've got 4 journals we have to make. And I've got 5 there. 5 of those cards. Or pockets, I should say. They're envelope pockets. So okay, so that was the first one I did actually. There's another one that we just did together. And there was that one with the beautiful lace and doilies. And then we did this one here with the wine label. And we did this one with the beautiful, adorable Victorian type one. Okay, so they're going in some journals that I'm going to make. Now, I thought I would just make one of these before we go, and then that'll do. So these are pockets that go to the side, and they're going to be good in the journal as well. So how about we make one of them? Just one. So I'm going to use the white, and I think I will use a blue one, because the brown is very hard. The linen look type one envelopes are hard to find. So I'll just use a blue one, because they're normally blue. And we're going to glue it down. We're going to close it up, and we're going to glue it down. There we go, just like that. Okay, so then we're going to either use it at the top, or we're going to use it at the side. This one's at the side. I'm going to make this one at the side too, because I have to make 4 of them. So let me see. I need some scissors, and I need to just cut it very, very close to the edge, just enough to open it, like that. And there we have our opening, I think. Oh dear, have I glued it down too much? Actually, it's the other side I should have done. That one's glued down, so that's okay. It was the other side I had to do. That's why I glued that one down. Let's start again and get another one, because you really have to see it fully. You just can't think. So let's just glue this down again. this time I'm not going to glue it to there because I want the pocket pretty much to the very end here. And I think that's what we did wrong. But anyway, no, I don't think so. I think I had to turn it, that's right. And cut it very fine down the end. There we go. And this one I know will open. There we go. It opens. Okay, so this is what we're decorating. I am going to use one of Gail's printable ribbon. Let's get some vintage paper. There's some, and some text. And let's just figure out what we want to do. Right, I'm just getting rid of that. Right, let's just see. Let's just do half-half. Or what we can do is 3/4 and 1/4. Just get a pencil. In actual fact, we could glue that down, but I'm not going to use glue. I'm going to use double-sided tape because it sits flatter, and I think we'll go to about there. So the opening's on the right side, yes. And stick the paper here. And right on the edge. There. Okay. So I've got our double-sided tape down. Let's take the backing off. Let's just place where we want this. Probably there. Let's get our roller again. So it's really glue down, and then start cutting very close to the edge. Yep. Now we want some coffee stain paper or some vintage coffee stain paper in the corner as best as we can get it. And then we can cut that down and away, and we can also cut some of this away like that. So we're not going to worry too much about this side because we're going to do one of Gail's printables, remember. I think we can just glue this one down. Because it's very light paper. It doesn't need stronger adhesive than that. Okay. Let's just get that right in the corner so we can get it covered. Like that. Have to go a little bit higher and even cut off what's there. It's okay, that's going to sit very nicely. right there. Okay, let's turn it over, see if there's any edges we need to cut. And we do. Take some of the bottom off. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Right, now let's put on one of Gail's ribbons, or what shall we call them? Yeah, ribbons. And see, that looks quite nice. It's a little thick for me. Let's see if there's something thinner that matches it and goes nice with it. Chose this one. I think it goes that way. See, that's quite nice too. That one, I don't mind that. That's a possibility that we could use. I'm not sure about the green. What do you think? It looks rather okay. Might go nice there. What's on it? Chickens. How interesting. That could look good there. Let's keep trying. We'll just get one and we'll just go, yes, that's it. A bit too thin, I think. Same as that one. I think I'll go with my original one, second original one that I thought I'd use, and that's this one. Actually looks quite nice. Which way do they go up? They're like doilies. Yeah, they are doilies. Okay, we'll do that. We'll come to about there. So we don't need it to go right down. So we can go there. Let me just see what this looks like. Cover up that paper join there. Let's get back on to that in a minute. I'm going to use some double-sided tape because this is a thicker cardstock that I'm using. It's not vintage paper, it's a cardstock. So I'll put 2 of these down because it's very thick. Let's take our backing off. And it's going to be difficult. So closely together. Oh, dogs are off again. Right. Let's move it like that. Let's turn it around there and let's get it perfectly aligned with the top and the edge like that. And that's what it looks like so far. Let's put something across here to cover the join. And I was thinking about some of her labels, Roxy's labels, and you know what, that looks good too. I do like that. I'm going to use it. Just going to cut this white bit off that stayed around. And we need to use double-sided tape because this is thick cardstock. So let's put on some double-sided tape. 3 pieces. go. And we can take it off. And let's put it down. Oops, we dropped it. That's okay, let's put it down there like that. And that's what we have. We've got our wine label, and we've got, opens up as a pocket like that. It may need a word, actually, something to cover up this area, or we've got bits and pieces here that you could use. That, as well as some words. Let's pick up a small one if we can find one. So even that looks nice up there. I'm going to keep that, or maybe, yes, put it down there. Let's get a word, a small word. This one, terrific. Let's go with it. It's got a bit of white on it. I'm just going to get it on. Now this is pretty thick cardstock. Of course it's only small, it might be alright with the glue stick. So let's try it. Now I like to use my glue gun on this sort of work because it's quick, easy, and you can put your placements down. Let's just roll that so it gets all the glue going, and let's just put our word on. I'm almost out of glue. Word. There. Like that. And there we go, we're finished. Now you can certainly machine sew that all on before you put it on to the envelope. That certainly is okay too. Any way you like. The other ones I machine sewed to the envelope. These ones I've glued. Don't ask me why, I just did it a different way. So that's one of the pockets I'll be using in the 4 diaries that I'm making over the next few weeks, and they're going to be presents, and they're for teenage girls and one little 4-year-old. So there's 2 pockets that I made. Oops. And then we've got, well, there, yeah, pockets, and these are pockets too. So there's different sort of pocket. Comes up the top. We can put a tag in that. That would look nice. I do like this one with the wine label. I like how there's words on all of them. There's elegant for the doilies and lace. There's the beautiful reed, the beautiful ribbon from Gail's Place. And then we've got my favourite, which is just pretty simple, pretty elegant. Yeah, love it. And I like the white sewing. So they're just a few pockets that I'm going to make for my 4 diaries, actually 3 diaries, and the other one's for a 4-year-old. I'm making a preschool book for her, so she can read it and enjoy it take great comfort in it. And I'm going to make that all nice and pretty for her, for MJ. MJ, hi MJ. I don't think she's watching, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to continue down that line off camera. I've had some videos on. I've got a lot of stuff here I can use. I've got plenty of stuff, plenty of printables. I've also got these to go into the journals as well, or the diaries I should say. They are diaries. I'm going to make heaps more for the girls, and I'll see you in my next video because I have some more envelopes to do. So until I see you next time, please take care everyone. Don't forget I have a St. Valentine's Day challenge, and that is to send me a card. If you go back a few videos, you'll see that my address is there if you'd like to send me a card. Not to me personally, but a card, St. Valentine's Day card. Because I can't make cards, or I can make them, but I'm hopeless at it. I'd like to see how other people are doing theirs. And I would love to receive a card from anyone that's interested in my challenge. Now, the prize, if you enter my challenge, I have a journal of St. Valentine's Day journal that I made, and that's the prize, and I will send it anywhere in the world. I don't mind doing that. So please join in, drop me a line. My address is a couple of videos back. Just have a look and show me more under the my name, Revo Creations, and you'll find my address right there. So until I see you next time, please take care everyone. Bye for now.